Today on The Real.
So who is ready for the girl chat?
All day girl chat!
They make it sound like the sale is like on flickety fleek, but then you get there and you're like, this was last Wednesday's sale.
What's the
For
team?
real.
It's not a big game.
He would quit the team
If that
a
happens.
sex curfew was implemented.
I just like rolling over knowing I got a shot.
The real.
Gosh, we have energy today. Yes! Woo! Lonnie was showing our dancing coming on the stage. And joining us again today is our guest co-host for the week, my girl, the magnificent Monica. All right. Now, Monica, I hope that you're comfortable in that seat by now.
I enjoy it. I look
Yes.
forward to it, yeah.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
good, because you're going to be there all show long. I'm telling you what right now. That's right, you guys. Today is the return of All Day Girl Chat!
My favorite.
Okay,
My favorite.
this is my favorite.
Yay.
One, I am a little lazy. I do prefer to stay right here in this comfortable seat. If you were wondering, they're very comfy. And you guys, there is no topic that is off limits. We'll have special guests joining us, and we'll be keeping it 100 the whole time. So without further ado, Monica, I'm asking you to kick us off.
All right.
Make it
Now,
happen.
girl chat is always part that
Yeah.
I love, and we got all day to do it. So who is ready for the girl chat?
All right. Dudes in the house too.
Here we go. Well, we've all heard that you shouldn't text and drive, but if you really want to be safe, you better not snap and drive. According to the New York Times, using your favorite apps like Snapchat while at the wheel is a huge factor contributing to automobile fatalities in this country. So scary. Some reports state that apps like Snapchat, which allows drivers to post photos that record the speed of your vehicle, are causing numerous fatalities every year. You guys, this is really scary because
Yes.
I think people are becoming addicted to that instant gratification of likes. Y'all, it's not worth it.
Yes.
You should just stop.
It's not worth your life.
It's not worth
Yes.
your life or others. I think it's very selfish because not only are you putting yourself in danger, you're putting other people in danger.
And the thing is, a lot of people do it, I think, because you think that you're good at driving and that you can handle both, but you gotta be careful because the other people on the road may be doing the same thing and they can't. And it's just, two wrongs don't make a right.
Yes.
So we all gotta stop.
Well, you know, in the first 6 months of 2016, highway deaths have jumped 10.4% to 17,775. That's a lot of deaths.
A lot of deaths.
It's a lot of deaths just because people, aren't paying attention. And I know you may think, oh, yeah, I can multitask. No, you can't, because you never know. It's not necessarily about you driving.
Yeah.
It's what the people around you are doing.
Yes.
So if you Snapchatting, and she Snapchatting, and she Snapchatting, and nobody's paying attention, we're going to get into a crash.
Yeah.
No, even worse, you guys. There are actually people that, what on Snapchat it tells you how fast you're going, the miles per hour.
Yeah.
There are people that are now beginning to race and see how fast they can go.
See,
on
that's just
there.
foolery to
Oh,
me.
that's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's insane.
But it's not only the Snapchat, though. It's other type of applications.
Yeah, I was about to say
Go
that.
ahead.
Like so I got a ticket, and I was ticketed because my phone was in my hand. The light was red, but my phone was in my hand, and he
Right.
ticketed me and lectured me. But I was actually on the app Waze. It's lot of
Yeah.
variations to how
I
people
know
say
that.
it. But
GPS.
yes, and I don't look at it, but I listen to it. And what I had to become accustomed to doing is sitting it down and listen to it. Now, my kids remind me all the time because when they're not in the car, I'm completely different than when they are. And my 8-year-old, Carmelo, has been breaking me out of it. And some of it is for selfish purposes because
He
he
tell
likes
you-
to call
he tell
my
you, "Mommy,
name
take
for
it, put it
50
down."
times. He wants to hear me call
See?
him call me the whole ride. But also, he'll tell me, don't use your phone and drive us.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's
And
out of the miles of pain.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, I hate it when Uber drivers use Waze or
Oh,
they're
yes.
holding it in their hands, or even worse, you guys, when they're texting or talking on the phone.
Yeah, I hate
I don't
that.
know about you guys, but I take it as an offense. Do that when you're in the car by yourself. Don't put my
Yes.
life in danger.
Yeah.
Okay, like I legit think that's offensive. When I have friends, I'm like, yo, get off your phone. Like, no, I'm in the car with you. It's precious cargo. No,
Yes.
but in real life, you should be offended if somebody is taking your life for granted
You guys remember
by texting or talking on the
Remember
phone.
when Oprah brought it up? When she said
Yes.
no texting and driving. When Oprah
There was a
says that,
pledge.
the world, you got to say, yes, ma'am. No
Okay.
driving and
No
texting.
driving
And
and
there's
texting.
also a pledge that you can take online. I think it's no phone, no zone or something like that. I think it's Oprah's pledge. You just go online and you sign the pledge. I know for me what I do so that I won't use my phone. I usually put my phone in my console or put it in my purse. But now, you guys, nowadays, the newer vehicles actually have ways to connect your smartphone to
Bluetooth.
your car.
Yes.
Bluetooth. And if you don't have a newer car, they actually have these really cool accessories that you can put right on, your
windshield, yeah.
your
Yeah.
dashboard,
Yeah.
maybe to the left or to the right.
Yeah.
So you guys, I mean, there's so many other
So many
ways
reasons.
of doing it safely.
Or
Just take the time to do it.
I think the old-fashioned way is just listen to the radio. You don't have to
Yeah.
like wherever you're going.
That
I
could
know-
cause some wrecks too, though.
No, but not listen to your radio, not you fuddling and all that kind of stuff. I mean, it's like
No, I mean
different
when
things.
a certain song, if you gotta stay focused. I can't turn my radio up.
Listen to this. If you're planning on driving to any Black Friday sales next week, you should be careful not just in your car, but in the stores too, y'all.
Why?
In investigation by the consumer group Which claims that last year's Black Friday deals were not as good as they appeared. Okay, think about this, because this has happened to me, where they sell something real good, they make it sound like the sale is like on flickety fleek, but then you get there and you're like, this was last Wednesday's sale. They tracked items including TVs and laptops for 3 months before and 2 months after Black Friday and found that only half of them were at the cheapest price that day.
Ooh.
So I want to ask you guys, do you think that Black Friday deals are kind of getting scammy out there? Dude,
Okay.
you know what it's like? You waiting hours in that line. You stayed up, you put the kids to bed early, or sometimes you got to drag them with you. You get there, and then
Yeah.
the deal doesn't seem that hype.
I gave up Black Friday a long
Really?
time.
Me
Yeah.
too. I went
a
once.
long time.
Those lines can't
What
do
The
it.
happened?
lines are off the chain. Now, sometimes you gotta, if I go, it's only because I know the whatever thing they want that year may be gone.
Okay.
I knew we were getting scammed from the beginning.
Yeah.
Because anytime you continuously use 99 at the end of everything, you ain't really cutting me no deal. Because when you do the math, and then you add the tax, which some places you can get around on that particular day, and then you spend the gas. We used to stay up Thanksgiving night and then drive way down to this other area, talking about Black Friday, and come back with the car full of stuff. And you spent the same amount you would have spent if you would have taken your time over the next few months and X
the
out those
coupons
lists,
and-
find out, coupons and even apps when you're not driving
Yes.
that would tell you,
Yes.
where the deals were.
Yes.
That TV that looks so different from the $700 that's now $599.99 plus your gas, plus the tax,
Right.
was still $700.
Yes. You said
That's
you
a
went
great
once.
point.
I'm over it.
You said you went
I
once.
went once. The thing is I never know when to stop. So I see that everything's a little cheaper.
Yes.
So then I say,
Excited.
oh, I want that. Oh, and then I want that. Then I want that. Then I want that. Then I want that. And then it's like, a lot of money.
Yeah.
So,
Spend
and then
more.
also people be fighting.
Yes.
And the lines are too long. I'm
Yeah.
done.
Well, if my baby want that toy and they fighting, that's cool. If my kids want it and I saw it and I stood in line for it, I'm getting it. I'm going home
Yes.
That's
with
why,
it.
though,
It belongs
I
to mine.
discovered online shopping.
Yes.
Online shopping is the best for these
Yes.
type of
Wait,
things. You
do
still
they
get
have
deals.
Do they have Black Friday online as well?
They actually
You
have-
get
Yes,
get
they do.
deals.
Like,
It's
and-
called Cyber Monday.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Cyber Monday is widely known to be the largest online shopping day of the year. It did about $3 billion in online sales in 2015, with an increase of 12% from the previous year.
Okay,
Well, folks, I am still going to try out this Black Friday thing. I've actually never done it before. So this year it'll be me and Israel's first Thanksgiving together, and we all got onesies that we're gonna wear.
that's cute.
And at 2 o'clock in the morning, me and all my cousins, we're gonna go like renegades. So I'm gonna get like double discounts.
Yes,
Some
that
of
and
the
Century
discounts from the
21 is
already
magic.
discounted products.
Yes. But here's what I got. I'm gonna give you guys a tip. This is what me and Mama Mai do every year, and we make out good. Guys, seriously, it's a community. Stores are neighborhoods, right? Okay. Make friends with the people that work there. I'm not kidding you. You go to them before Black Friday and you hit them up and you go, "Hi, my name's Jeannie Mai. Hi, your name? Great. I see you every Monday here. I love you. Give it to me, girl. Is it Black Friday sale gonna be good?" And they'll tell you the truth about what's gonna be amazing, what's not, because they got things already ordered in the back.
Yeah.
So you hit them up with what you really need so that you don't overshop. Then give them something that they can enjoy. Like give them a gift, like we do jalua, which is like a pork, like homemade thing that my mom makes, and they get hungry during the Black Friday. They don't get to eat. Give them things that are easy to just take and put in their aprons and eat. And we hook you guys up. You guys hook us up. That's it. It's a family. I'm telling you.
I would do Black Friday with Mama Mai.
Yeah,
I have
Mama Mai feels
absolutely
it.
fallen in love with Mama
Yeah.
Mai.
I can stay at
think
home. While y'all up here arguing and fighting over stuff, I'm at home on Black Friday, hopefully with a male person. So that's what I think. Eating leftovers.
Yeah, home on Black Friday, celebrating
Exactly.
Black
I ain't got time
excellence,
for
Black
that.
love.
Yeah, I celebrate Black love on
Oh
Black
my
Friday.
goodness. Lonnie.
Black excellence, people, Black excellence.
Now, some people prepare for Black Friday like Jeannie. Or like an athlete prepares for a championship game. But one sports coach in England wants his players to prepare in a very unusual way. Soccer manager, you're going to have to help me with this one.
Pep Guardiola.
Pep Guardiola
that
told
right?
his players he was implementing a sex curfew. Do you hear that, Tam?
I
sex
do.
curfew
I do.
for the team. That's no sex after midnight before a match. And his reasoning behind his curfew is that he wants his players to get a good night's sleep and don't do the badonka-don or the vakaka-gon, be distracted before they play the next day. Now, do y'all agree? I mean, can sex help or hurt you before a big event? A big event.
Oh, Lord. Oh, my gosh, Lonnie.
Listen.
I gotta ask, you married to an athlete.
Oh, yeah.
Give it to us.
Yeah.
Well, don't give it
Girl,
to us.
yes.
But like,
Let us know.
Don't
Yes,
give it
let
to
us
us,
know.
but does he
For
give
real.
it to you?
What's the
For
tea
real.
before the big game?
He would quit the team
if
if
that
a
happens.
sex curfew was implemented. He would quit the team. Listen, he does not play around. He is such a happy person after, and he plays with aggression. And he got, I mean, seriously, right before my daughter was conceived, his career high was in Phoenix. And he was jumping really high, and we were going all the time. That was like in the earlier stages
So it
of
gave
marriage.
him adrenaline.
Yeah, it does. Now,
Keep talking.
this is what I believe. I think what the coach wanted to say was, no groupie love.
Oh.
Because let me explain
what's
how the
that?
groupie love is different. Hookers and whores.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't
Can
do
I
that.
say that?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You can say hook-
Whoremongers. That's
Yeah.
about it.
Oh, okay, we got it.
Yeah.
We
Okay,
got
okay,
it.
we know.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, because typically with that, there's a lot of turn up in the mix.
Drugs,
Right.
And what
alcohol.
happens is, you know,
okay.
even when when you married, now we turn up and have fun, but it's with each other. And I'm not trying to, I want to make whatever he has happening better.
Yes.
And their ideal is typically to
Take.
lock in, take, sneak, do something that can be deceptive. And with that deception and that partying and that turn up, I'm not saying that they can't do that when they're single men
Yes.
at other times.
Right.
But I could see them implementing that before games. But how do you say that? So I think he just said, you know what, no to everybody. No to the wife and
Yes.
everybody. But my husband would definitely find a new profession if a
Yes.
sex curfew
I
was
think
implemented.
that would be
Because-
unfair to the wife.
Oh, yeah, he can't go without it.
Yes.
Everyone has a group of friends. You may call them your crew or your squad, but would you ever use the word posse? NBA star LeBron James recently spoke out against New York Knicks president Phil Jackson using the word posse in an ESPN interview to describe LeBron's friends and associates. James felt Jackson only used that word in a racial context, referring to young African Americans trying to make a difference. Instead, he no longer wants any association with Jackson. Do you all think LeBron is overreacting here or has a point?
I wrote down exactly what he said because I wanted to hear it in context because I love LeBron.
Right.
But I was like, posse, I like that word. I mean, I'm from the Kid and Play days. I still do the Kid and Play and I still say posse. So I didn't mind it as much. But he said, and this is what you say, it's not what you say, it's how you say it.
It's in context.
You are on the plane with this team. You can't hold up the whole team because you and your mom and your posse want to spend an extra night in Cleveland. So that just sounds like it's like you and your mom and your dad and your uncle and your posse. No. Like that sounds a little bit more aggressive.
Reprimanding.
So what I'm saying is, I think LeBron was upset about that whole situation.
Yes.
And then he's like, well, let's just pick something because, you know.
Yes, or the word posse was used in a negative context.
Right.
Because that's your squad, and so you just feel like you dissed your squad that you
Because what if he would have said your crew?
Yeah.
You know? I mean, I think maybe, Phil
Posse
Jackson.
just sound old.
Thank you. That's what I was about to say.
Well, actually, you guys.
This my squad.
You know,
Yeah.
but it's Phil Jackson.
But Phil Jackson
But,
is old.
And let me just say,
so he's
too, like
old.
having a husband that played for him for a long time, I have never, ever felt anything that was racially discriminatory from him. He was always very...
It's important
to hear.
His daughter literally lived next door, and when I say that, he was very loving and nurturing and was almost like a dad to all of them. So what he said, he may have said in a moment...
That's because he's
that
old.
is... I took it like something you would say because you're old. But one thing I do know about LeBron loves his family and his friends. So when you come in that direction, there's no way for me to really feel good about it.
Right.
So I think that's really what
Well, LeBron's friend Carmelo Anthony also spoke out saying the word posse has racial undertones and that he would want to be called a tight-knit group or family instead because they had asked Carmelo about it too. But
Carmelo's right though, because especially right now, we're in a tense. There's a lot of tension. There's no need to not ignore the elephant in the room.
Yeah, but if you old, I mean, that's like John
but you
Wayne.
can't put
But if
everything
my
on
uncle had
racial.
said, "Get
You
your
can't.
posse up out of here," we
Yeah,
wouldn't care.
Yeah,
You
because
never
that's
put
what
everything on racial, and I think that's where we have to be really careful.
Yeah, exactly.
I
You know,
agree.
just because there's a lot of that going on, we can't just throw out, because it actually makes the moments when somebody actually really is being racially offensive to you, that
I don't
now
think
it's
that
just
was
like,
his
oh,
intention.
everybody's
No, I
racist,
think he was just
everybody.
mad
I don't
because he
think it
called
was
him out.
his intention.
Yeah.
But you guys, wanting something crazier?
What?
Posse actually comes from old school westerns. I don't know if you
Clearly.
guys
Yeah.
know
That's what
that.
I said.
It literally
Clearly.
comes, it's for like
And the
white
main
western
word is-
cowboys.
Yeah.
So
The main
Freddie
word
says
is
what
old
posse
school.
all the time.
Old
My
school.
white husband says
Old-
posse.
yes.
Our
Well,
white
I don't think
husbands
it's a
say
racial
posse.
thing.
Our white husbands say posse.
Yeah.
How sweet is that?
Well,
It's
my
a
husband
Western
definitely
cowboy
don't say
term.
posse, period. Posse
Western
doesn't
cowboy
come up.
term.
Yes.
Yeah.
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 But I mean, I guess maybe I have another question because you know your husband does play. How would you have felt if if this was like if you were on the Miami team and you weren't? I mean, do you feel like he was taking advantage of the fact that he's like the superstar of the NBA?
You know, I think that the reality is
stay another day.
just like in groups or anything else, if you want me to pull the majority of the weight, I'm going to probably ask for some things that aren't the norm. And so if you want equal treatment, then we're going to put in equal work. That's me speaking from this standpoint. My husband may have a completely different one. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know what that world is like. But if you put if you put a lot on me, like to me, they're like a unified bunch. I'm closer to Iman. I don't know the rest of the guys that well. But when you look at them together, they really love each other. They rocking with each other.
And they probably
championship
didn't mind
winning, and they
staying
probably
overnight.
didn't care.
Right.
So my thought would be this: if I were going to do something and I were a part of this cast, if Lonnie, Adrian, Jeannie, and Tamara say it's cool, nobody else's opinion would matter to me.
Right.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and they
that's-
probably would want him to stay and hang out with his family. You
Right.
know, like, go, yeah, have a good time.
Right.
Now, there are some things in life you have to do on time. Pay your bills, pay your
Yes.
taxes,
Please.
and return your library books, people.
What?
No, this
Who's
is
still
real.
going to the library?
Me?
Okay, all right. I'm just saying, all right.
I like the smell of old
do
books.
miss it.
too, and I like
I
how
do.
everybody's so quiet.
And in the coffee shop.
Well, there's an actress. She's been on the show, friend of the show, Tika Sumpter. She sent out a tweet this week that read, "Make sure you turn in your library books, North Carolina. My mom was just arrested for having a late fee of $10 on an overdue book."
Whoa.
Tika said that the library actually issued a warrant for her mom's arrest over a book she claims her mom had already turned in. Don't her mom look fabulous?
Yes,
Give it up to
she
her mom. Okay? Now, however, I tell y'all, there's always three sides to every story.
Yes.
One side, the other side, and the right side. Okay?
The truth.
The truth.
Your side, my side, the
this
truth.
This is the other side of the story. According to the Johnston County Sheriff's Office, her mom was arrested for a bad check. Now, Tika says her mom is out of jail now and that the entire police station thought the charge was ridiculous. Now, ladies.
Wow.
I feel a lawsuit in my spirit. I do. If it was really the late book.
Yeah.
Right.
If it's a bad check,
That's
it's a
embarrassing.
different story. It not only is it embarrassing, it's a waste of these good tax-paying folks' money for you to go out and arrest somebody. With the way that crime is now, especially in our neighborhoods, I can think of so many other things you could be doing and finding people that have late library books. But I will say people don't respect the library.
Okay, I
gotta
gotta
do
say that.
something.
Even though that was not right. That was not
That was
rightfully done.
wrong.
But I remember as a kid, yo, if you return that library book late, or worse yet, you lose the book.
Oh, yes.
Do you remember how my palms would sweat and I would get so nervous because, okay, so I used to borrow a lot of books from the San Jose Public Library. I loved it, and I would get the Babysitter's Club books, the Sweet Valley High books, and I would also get the audio books.
What about Fear Street?
Yes.
Somebody like
the
Fear Street?
Boxcar Children.
But you say you
Ramona
were
Quimby.
scared
Yeah,
when
so
you didn't-
here's what happened.
I guess I was just disrespectful.
No, you guys,
if I
one
got
time-
something from the library, I'd take it back over there when I get a chance.
No, but
And
have
my-
you ever lost a book?
Yeah, and I didn't sweat or get scared, is what I'm saying. People don't respect
Well,
the
you don't
library.
have Mama
and they
Mai as your
should.
mother.
But
Because
I had a
lost-
mom that was worse than your average school teacher that would take you back, you give your apology, you give your book that you've had 2 years that she just found out about, and you more
And
embarrassed.
what year
at
was
the-
all of this? In the 80s?
I'm an 80s
Okay,
baby.
yes. But
We
no,
were
okay,
just
so
going to the library in 2016.
Mine.
Look, Tika.
Oh, no,
give
you
your
go to the
mama
library
a nook,
today.
okay?
No.
Give her a nook or a tablet so she can get a digital book so she don't have to go to the library anymore, all right? And we ain't got to have this craziness.
we have more girl chat coming up, but let's add a little testosterone to the mix. Are you ready for that, ladies?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Well, please welcome back to the show our good friend, Gary Owen! Hi, Gary! How you been? Hello.
Welcome back, Gary.
I didn't know Monica was going to be here.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, she's our guest co-host.
surprises.
You know.
Like Mekhi Phifer right now. The boy is mine.
You know what? He is so disrespectful. We took a picture, right?
Uh-huh.
And he makes this crazy face, and he says that we were fighting over him. He like created his own little thing.
Oh, it was her
Gary.
and Gabrielle. They
Oh.
came to my show one time, and they came backstage, and I was like, we just redid The Boy Is Mine.
I love it.
Speaking of show, what have you been up to?
Well, we got the Gary Owen show on BET.
Yeah.
Yes.
Keep using that black card.
Okay.
You know I tell him he has a black card, right? You know why?
Why?
He has the most beautiful
Yes.
Yes.
wife
Yes.
you have ever seen. And she is one of us.
You got something else?
Yeah, and I just sold my newest comedy special. It's called I Got My Associates. The show's
Yeah.
out.
Congratulations.
So we focus so much on those 4-year degrees, we leave those associates degrees out. So I wanted to cater to my people.
Yes.
You know,
I love it.
The
They appreciate you.
overeducated, somewhat uneducated crowd.
Well, Gary, you've been missing some girl chat, right? You ready to get back into it?
Favorite, my girl tech class.
I hate you.
Girl tech class.
I love it.
All right, you guys know that I love my Snapchat. Me, Adrian, we're a big fan of it.
Yes,
It's
love.
so fun to share our life moments with you guys. But now it seems like internet scammers and lurkers have caught on that they can reach teen girls through the app.
Uh-oh.
Sad.
Yes, according to 17, a Snapchat account allegedly posing as Louise, the head of a recruitment for a modeling agency in the UK, has been allegedly sending messages to teen girls asking them to send photos of their bodies.
Wow.
Wow.
Gary, I know you have a teenage daughter. Does this concern you?
I mean, if somebody wants to die,
They should be concerned.
yeah, they should be concerned.
It's true.
I trust my daughter's judgment, though.
She's 14, right?
Yeah, she's 14,
Okay.
but she's got a good head on her shoulders.
Do you ever monitor
Yeah.
her Snapchat?
Always.
How do
How?
you do that? Because my kids are younger, so I'm like,
gotta get ready for it,
I gotta get
'cause, oh my
ready.
social
But we
media's
had
gonna
we
be
had an
crazy.
episode where we did that, where she fell asleep, and I took her index finger and I put it on her phone, and I got into her phone.
Got it.
And all I did was check, and then she found out, and I said, "Look, I'm not always checking on you like that, just to be nosy. I'm checking on you just to make sure things are on the up and up."
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
you know
that
what I
you
mean?
love her.
Yeah.
Texting
Yeah.
her.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Some of it also includes common sense. And I know you've been saying this all week, common sense isn't common. But guys, if this is for modeling, you have to know, first of all, if you are under the age of 18, there is no modeling agency that can use your photo or do anything with you without your parents' consent.
Yeah.
So if somebody reaches out to you and says, hey, we want to use you for modeling, your first answer should be, no problem, let me connect you with my mom.
Yep.
Let me connect you with my dad. Let me
Yes.
connect you with an adult because you can't work with me without their permission.
Yes.
That's right.
And
Point blank period.
Yes. And another thing that's so important for people to realize today, I mean, we grew up not having the internet to be this public archive
Yeah.
for life.
Right.
So you guys got to remember, everybody out there of every age, when a picture, whether to your friend or posted on the internet, the second you put send, you've lost right of it forever.
It's in the air.
So it's gone and it's out there, and it could, yes, come back and haunt you when you're 30 trying to get a job somewhere, 40 trying to like find a man or something, and something comes up and haunts you from your past. So just really be careful about that. And actually, one of the human trafficking survivors that I worked with put a picture out there on the internet to a man that she thought she trusted, and that photo now is used to advertise for porn sites and sites that are giving sexual favors, and she can't find where to get it back. It's everywhere.
Wow.
So
So
things like
sad.
that can happen, you guys, because it's not yours once you press send.
Well, you can protect yourself and your kids from getting scammed. Here are a few tips to help you. Google to check the company out, and it should lead you to reviews, complaints, and an official website.
Exactly.
You know, you can also check out the Better Business Bureau Scam Tracker. I didn't even know they had this. Head
Yeah.
over to thereal.com for more information. We try to help y'all. We
Yes.
really
Yeah.
do, okay?
This has
Yes.
to end.
And-
That's terrible.
yes.
To turn something so fun into something so whack.
Yeah,
I
so be
know.
careful out there,
Yeah.
you guys.
You actually brought us our next topic because it's a debate that you can relate to. Can you tell us what it is?
Well, being in an interracial relationship and Thanksgiving coming up, we always have the debate, sweet potato or pumpkin.
Oh, gosh.
You know, and my problem is I have a huge African-American fan base.
Yes.
And I don't want to admit, but I really like pumpkin better than
You're
sweet
scared
potato.
to admit it.
I
Okay,
do,
it's
too.
pumpkin pie and sweet potato pie, or just in general
No,
pumpkin?
pumpkin pie and sweet potato pie, but I like pumpkin better than sweet potato, and I'm sorry to all my fans. I'm coming out the closet. And I know Monica cooks.
Give me
No. She
Give me your
cooks.
black card back.
No.
You just lost it.
No, I didn't.
You just
No.
lost it, yes.
Black women always say, you ain't had my sweet potato pie. I've had so
I
many
have a
different black...
question. Why do you like it better?
I don't, maybe the texture?
Because he's
I don't
white,
know.
that's why.
Yeah, yeah.
out loud?
But see, the difference here...
White people like pumpkin pie
You
more
do.
than they. That's it.
That's
Just
it.
say it.
Listen, the thing about pumpkin, we're allowed to put stuff on it. We can put whipped cream and Cool
That
Whip.
is true.
Black people, black women especially, you're disrespecting the pie. You
Yes.
put Cool Whip on
Yes.
it. Like this. Nah, you don't disrespect my pie. You can't eat it straight. It's like Hennessy. You gotta take it straight to the head. You know what I mean?
Oh my God. Okay. So I am.
Mommy, the Hennessy.
I'm black.
Let's go down the line.
And I
Which
am
one?
married to what he calls himself a African American man. And I have to be honest, I don't know the difference. It all just tastes bomb to me. It all just tastes so good, you guys. I just see that kind of pie. It's got that same orangey brownish color, and I think it tastes phenomenal.
It's a big difference.
What is the difference?
I like there's a big difference.
Which one do you like, Tam?
It just tastes good.
I'm black and white. I like both.
Well, of course, because you both. You both.
I just think it all tastes really good.
I think sweet potatoes just, to me, just a tad bit sweeter.
Yes.
And then the pumpkin pie is just a little bit spicier.
That's because you have. Now, Jeannie, what about you? This is what I want to know. What do you like?
Oh my God, my people just like whichever pie's on sale. Is that bad?
I like it.
We don't care.
Oh my gosh.
We don't mind
I'm going to think of you when I go grocery shopping. There's going to be a pumpkin and a sweet potato. I'm going to be like, well, which one's cheaper?
Yes, because the cheaper one tastes better sometimes.
I'll tell you,
Monica.
Monica.
Me, listen.
we already know.
What? Don't judge me. Listen, we don't do anything with pumpkins at my house but carve them, decorate with them. We don't eat them.
Well, you missed
I
out.
can't tell you what pumpkin pie tastes like. You know why? I don't know anyone that makes them. I've never had one brought to me, gifted to me, baked for me.
I'm gonna have to get you some pumpkin
I
pie.
don't want no pumpkin
No,
pie.
wait a minute.
Come on, you never tried pumpkin
Never.
pie.
You know what it is?
Bible.
You know what Monica
Never,
sounds like?
ever.
Monica sounds like my wife because my wife's family lives in California. My family lives in Ohio. We live in Ohio. So every year we rotate houses who's having Thanksgiving.
Yes.
But it's always white family members because it's my side, right? But every morning I wake up, we're either going to my dad's, my aunt's. I wake up, my mom, my wife is cooking a full Thanksgiving feast. I go, what are you doing? We're going to my dad's. She goes, I ain't eating that blam bull crap. I'm like, full meal. Here's the thing, though. She'll sit there and complain about the blandness, but then I see her making a green bean casserole. I'm like, where'd you get that recipe? She goes, I don't know. I go, my side of the family. You can't complain and steal a recipe. Black people did not know cream of mushroom soup went with green beans. I'm sorry. They didn't know that.
That's true.
Wait, hold up now, Gary. This is my show. You ain't gonna talk about my people. We know what seasoning is, okay? We don't need to put no mushroom sauce that's made out.
Well, in that
We
case,
know how to
I
do
don't
it.
need a sweet potato or a pumpkin pie. I'm just going to make some flan.
Thank you. Okay, now, Gary, we noticed you posted something on your Instagram that was all about you loving your wife, no matter if she's dressed sexy for bed or if she has her hair in rollers, no makeup, and PJs. So please, I love that too.
Yes. That's a real
Okay, Gary, you got to keep it real. But which one do you really prefer?
Walk light.
Uh-oh.
Naked.
Naked. Like my husband.
Such a man.
I like it when
Yes.
man, just naked.
Just naked.
I just like rolling over knowing I got a shot. You know what I
Wait, naked with rollers or no rollers?
mean? I can care
Naked
less.
with makeup or no makeup?
I'm not doing it to the hair. You know what I mean?
That's a good point.
I
That's a
can care
great
less.
point.
Honestly.
But okay, I guess the question is, when you first began doing a relationship, okay, how long was it before you got comfortable with you and Kenya? You know, like
That's when I knew, like, she was really sexy to me when she went to the bathroom the first time and came out and took all her makeup off and came out in pajamas. I go, oh, she's really comfortable with me right now.
So beautiful.
But how long was that? Like, how many? How long?
I don't want to brag, but it's about the third date. She got the white horse. You know what I mean? What?
I can't unsee
What?
this. I can't.
That way.
You know what?
Too much?
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so clearly you
Too much.
guys,
My fault.
you guys don't talk to him off air then.
Oh, my goodness.
Because this is actually him all the time.
I know.
And what do I always tell you? I'm praying for your wife.
Yeah.
Because it never stops. And to be honest, I did that to my husband. So we met on my video shoot.
Okay.
So that's when you're at your best. You glammed.
Yeah.
You know, I
Exactly.
did like y'all for
Feeling
about
it.
2 weeks and ate salad and fruit. I was snatched. And what basically happened was he was like, well, I'm going to come and visit you. Well, because we know that if we had gone out, it would have been, unnecessary conversation before we knew, what we wanted to do.
Right.
So I'm thinking now he come into my hotel room. I don't want it to be any misconceptions about what's about to happen. I had my good headscarf on.
Good.
I washed my face to the fullest and put on the pajamas that I love with the fleece on the inside. So if you was feeling froggy, even when you touch, it's like, damn, that's fleece. Yeah. So I did that, and when he came in, he was like, listen, the way girls be tricking you out here, I'm glad you washed all that off. I like this. And so it kind of reversed on me and a whole lot. You know, like his hands real big. He wear 15 shoe. So everything is extra large and he just like, okay, so it worked. That's not a 15.
Right.
And it worked. That's not a 15. That's not a 15.
Santa's got the black stallion. I got the white horse.
Yeah, so I did it immediately because I think if you start off with a whole bunch of facades and dressing up and putting on, you got to continue. Wherever you start, you got to keep that thing
That's
going.
what I say, yeah.
And when I tried to dress up for him, he sounded like Gary. Just get naked. He was like, your legs like 10 miles long. I like looking at them things like he just straight to the point. You know what, Lonnie? He does
That's
not
nice
like those.
and all, but if you know you look like a tree monster, you need to keep some stuff on, all right? That's what I'm saying.
No, I know what Lonnie's saying though. Sometimes, like, you just need a little lace somewhere makes you feel a little bit more.
Why are you gonna tear it up? I like my good stuff.
But that ain't
I'll
this
save
show.
it for a photo shoot. For him, I told you his hands this big. If it's lazy,
Because some gifts
that's
are
even better.
But a gift feels so
Lonnie.
much better when it's unwrapped.
And then a lot of the times, I think you do it for yourself too, Gina.
Yeah.
Get yourself
Like a
feeling
Disney movie.
sexy.
you know,
Makeup,
Jenny will style
lace.
you. She'll style you even
feel good
for
about
the
yourself.
for the marital.
Yo, you talk like a Disney character.
Really?
Yeah, when you're like this, you like to be unwrapped.
Gary, thank you so much for joining us for Girls Town.